Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, I'll name this segment later, GTG Spits That Grease, so on and so forth, title forever in the works. There is a sponsor, and whatnot. I guess I'm sponsoring the show this time around yet again, because the last title we had was pretty good at that. Pretty proud of myself on that one. So, that's what we're going to actually end up going with. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, when the smell of bacon's in the nose, evil lurks. Alright, so, like I said, I've been out the loop for a little bit. A lot's been going on. Things on Wings' end, Low Tier God's end, Comics Gate, quite a bit actually. There's quite a bit of nonsense going on. But in any case, let's go ahead and get all these together because I have a heavy kind of like recording day today. Kind of want to, I might stream too for like an hour or two if I'm feeling it. So we'll see. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about the Resident Evil 9 Requiem playthrough. The trash fire that was. But more importantly, I should say, I want to, if the title hasn't already given me away yet, basically the ship has sailed on DSP stretching out playthroughs, and he's starting to, and interestingly enough, this playthrough itself has really kind of tapped in on that. Or for him, for the rest of us, we already knew this, but for him, it's starting to kind of flow through his noodle that, hey, I can't do this bullshit no more. So let me explain. So what I'd said on my, I guess the last time I streamed, which I think was right before he started Resident Evil, I said that he was going to have to actually play this game and dedicate some time to it. He's going to have to play it. He's going to have to beat it in a timely manner. Now, we knew he was going to watch other people's playthroughs. He was going to look up guides. He was going to basically, call it cheating if you want, but we knew he was going to do all those things, which he did. Because of course he did. It's Dark Side Film. And early on, at least on the streaming side of it, he made quite a bit of money. And he was happy with the amount of money that was coming in. The views on YouTube, theoretically, he don't care because he's told us that he doesn't care because primarily his begging or his primary income comes from begging on the streams. So whatever he's getting in residuals on the videos don't mean anything, truth be told to him. And if that was really the case, he would have already tried to take out Duty and like Raw Phil. You know what I'm saying? He'd have done that already if that was really the case. But what he ended up realizing is that you have all these other guys out here. You have your Rad Brads, you have your Maximilians, you had all these other larger content creators that are playing Resident Evil, just about everybody did. And they got it out in a few days, I want to tell you. They ended up splitting their videos up into probably like 4 or 5 parts, but more than likely, they finished the game in a few days. DSP took like 6 days, I want to tell you. Because he started playing that Friday, I want to say, even though I saw people playing it as early as Wednesday, but whatever. I think he started playing that Friday, pretty sure. And he finished it the following Thursday, if I remember correctly. So he started Friday, played it all day Friday, was off Saturday. I think he played it Sunday morning. And I think he just kept playing it in the morning shift, if you will, up until Thursday, when he finally finished it. So let's say he took about 6 days. Let's say. My thought process is he took too long. He should have had it done in 4. And he kind of got himself in a bit of a catch-22 because this is where the greed and the ego comes in. Follow me on this. DSP wage quitting Resident Evil 9 would have been one of the biggest fucking laugh mockeries of the year if he had done that shit. Now, granted, he had the marathon. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna either watch it. I'm probably gonna watch Tevin's rendition of it. But I did see that Carl Jobs on Twitter was laughing at DSP getting killed by the very first enemy in GoldenEye, which is hilarious, by the way. I heard that he rage quit Battletoads. I'm not surprised by that because DSP's a fraud and a phony. F-Zero, I think he rage quitted. He didn't have a very good time, and the marathon only made like $382. Which is about $380 more than he should have made anyway. But it is what it is. That might be one of the biggest failures of a marathon he's had in quite a while. Now that I think about
it. Blasted that bitch. Whip it good. It's not really a whip. I mean, this would have been the whip in Double Dragon 1, but it's not like a mace or spiked ball. It sucks you lose it right after that segment. Oh God, do I have to jump here? No. Oh my God. Where in the world are we? This is Evil in the Air, Mission 6, Mansion of Terror. Damn, the game's pretty long for an NES game. I don't know, are there continues? Oh, no. Oh, what the fuck? Double Dragon 2 is pretty good. But back in the day, if I remember correctly, isn't there a code to get a bunch of extra lives? I think everyone used it. Because damn, that's hard, right? To have to replay the whole game. But then again, this is how games were back in the day. So the game was only like 30 minutes long, but it's so hard to get through it with no continues. So you have to keep playing and perfecting the game, right? Until finally you could beat it all in one run. That's how games were back then. So I like it. That was fun. I'm not going to play it again, but that was fun. I would go, you know, that's a good game. It's actually, it controls decently. It's not awful. It's also not great, but it was fun. All right, good stuff. Hope you enjoyed Double Dragon 2. Fucking bitch. I press jump. The delay is real. I press jump. Yeah, I can't get the game to respond. I'm trying. It doesn't respond half the time. Jump, nothing. So frustrating. Oh. Ready? Can't land on the fucking platform that's right in front of me. Can't land on the fucking platform that's right in front of me. I give up. That's it. I'm serious, like, the game, the problem is they're trying to emulate classic games. It's delayed. I'm pressing the fucking button. It doesn't do anything. Like, it's frustrating as shit. The game's hard enough, but they emulate on the Switch and there's delay. Doesn't matter if you're playing like a classic Mario or Zelda, trying to play this game, it fucking lags like shit. It's terrible. So, yeah, sad. I don't know if it's the controller. It could be this controller because it's Bluetooth connection. So it could be a delay in the controller itself. It could be the emulator itself. Who knows, right? But it's not accurate to the original game. It's sad. It's annoying as fuck. You know? It really is. Chris J, I did. I gave you a big shout out and I added to the leaderboard. You're good, man. You missed it, I guess, but I did add you to the leaderboard. Thank you for the Ultra membership. Yeah, this sucks. Really frustrated. I want to play this. Like, I actually really like this game. I know it's a great game, but it's hard to play. Like, I'll show you what I mean. Ready? You ready? My camera is synced live. Okay, ready? There's a slight delay. It's not awful, but on this game, you can't have it. Like, on this game, you actually need it to be instant, and it's not. There's a slight. It's ever so slight. It's actually not as bad as I thought. Now that I'm watching it, it's actually not as bad as I thought. All right, I'm going to do one more time. It's actually not as bad as I thought. Fuck. What? The block of ice is sentient and it starts moving by itself. What the hell? You didn't hit me with the fucking ball. Oh my god. What the fuck? Yo, did you see how much damage that took? What the hell happened? Oh my god, fuck this game. This is one of those games where you have to play it endlessly to memorize the patterns of everything. You can't just play it naturally and just beat it. You have to, like, sit here and play it over and over to learn. What's the situation where Lynn throws one snowball when he throws two snowballs? What triggers this? What triggers that? What angle can I hit him, right? Where he won't do much damage to me. Look at my health right now. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous how hard this game is. I don't know if I can make this jump. I've tried a million times. I can't make this fucking jump. It just doesn't work. Where's the fucking platform? It doesn't work. They made it so that there's even hitboxes like you can't see that make no sense. Like, why the hell do I bounce off a wall when there's nothing there? You jump and you bounce off the ceiling, there's nothing there. And if you jump over, which you have to do, then you get hit. Well, how do I flawlessly fucking do this? I can't get around the fucking snowballs. Look. What? That didn't even make sense. What just happened? He melted instantly. The other guy takes 2-3 hits. This guy, 1 hit. See what I mean? Like, the game's not even consistent. It's like these weird rule sets you're supposed to memorize and learn. This guy takes 2 hits for no reason. Like, it's not even explainable. It's just 2 hits to kill this guy. The other guy was 1. I press jump. What? I don't know what happened there. Somehow I landed on the ice block and it stopped. It's so weird. The game is so fucking weird. Dude, I landed directly on the fucking platform and it gave me a death. I give up. This is fucking retarded. Dude, the game is fucking retarded. It doesn't work. I'm about to get... This is ridiculous. I landed directly on the center of the fucking platform and it's still counted as a death. I'm done with this. This is fucking stupid. Are you out of your mind? I landed directly on the platform. So, that's Battletoads. That's why everyone says it's one of the worst games ever. They don't say that. They say it's one of the most difficult games ever. It's busted. The actual mechanics are busted. I land directly on the platform, you still die. It's like, oh my God. There's a nuance. There's speedrunners that know how to beat it, like, really well. But not for the average gamer, that's for sure. I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Let's see here. There was some gifted memberships. I missed them because I was playing the game here. Oh, this Chris James gaming guy is fake. It's a brand new account. He thinks he's going to fool me with a fake account, so big deal. Like it matters that his fake, like there was a fake Ultra membership today. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. So I'll just ban him now. That's why he was asking earlier desperately if I had counted his contributions because he's fake. Okay, big deal. All right, well, that's Battletoads. If you guys ever want me to seriously play Battletoads, I will. But it has to be a stream where I'm, like, concentrating and I'm not drinking. It's too hard of a game. Like, no lie, that's just way too hard of a game. To try to play when you're drinking and you're having a marathon, you have to actually, like, concentrate like crazy on that game to do well in it. So, all right, that's Battletoads. Hoi. I'd consider playing it again if you guys want. Let me know. But it was a good experience. I hadn't played that since the 90s. Like I said, I think it might have been in the Rare Replay collection, but I'm not sure. But that was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to just experience again. I don't know. This game seems to have it's like a slight delay on here, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's the game. Maybe the game is just so hard that it makes you feel like there's a delay and it's not. It just pisses you off, right? Okay. All right. Battletoads. Kicked my ass. Good stuff. Okay, well, it is time for food.
In any case, if he had wage quit Resident Evil, he'd have been stuck. he'd have been stuck. On top of the fact that because of the way the story's been laid out, the DLC hopefully tackles a couple of other characters that who were also in Raccoon City around that time, and how they may have been dealing with the situation, unless they were all just sitting in the background waiting for the basically the antivirus. But no one actually knew about that except for Leon and Sherry, unless Sherry was in contact with other people. We'll have to wait and see on that. But I wonder how it's going to affect Ada. There's still some other people that are in play. Anyway, he's going to need to play those DLCs. So he can't afford to wage quit Resident Evil 9 and not play the DLCs later or whatever that comes about. But yet again, he got himself in a bad spot. He's got all these content creators playing the game, playing it in a timely manner. This is a double-edged sword for him, because he can basically copy off of their homework while also criticizing them later about they're only playing the game for profit. So it gives him a reason not to be held to their standard, despite the fact that he wants to be held in comparison or up to those particular standards. That's kind of funny. At the same time, he can't bleed the game. He just can't. And matter of fact, he's not going to be able to bleed AAA releases like this anymore. Now, it's been like this for a few years, obviously, but I think Resident Evil 9 has woken his ass up, and he's kind of gotten to the point where it's like, I really can't do this. And he can give whatever dented ass fucking excuse he wants to give to the dents. But the reality is those days are over. Those days are over. And the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, when DSP finds something that is working to his advantage and he feels that is giving him the least amount of resistance with maximum profit, it's his natural instinct and inclinations to bleed it for as much as he can. And then once it fails, oh, well, I'll wage quit it and then put the blame on them, saying it's your fault. You guys supported it really heavily in the beginning, and now you guys let me down, and you guys ran on me or ran off on me or whatever. So I have to play the games that people are willing to pay for, which means that he's not actually playing games to be entertaining. He's not playing games for he's not playing these games to be meaningful to people or put out quality content. He's playing for profit. So that kills two of his narratives that he likes to run around and talk that bullshit on. But on top of that, though, to be honest, he's being controlled and manipulated in a way that's far more prominent now than it's ever been, because he's just too lazy to fight back. He doesn't have it in him anymore. He's been reduced down to the lowest common denominator. Hence the reason why the marathon happened the way it did. Hence the reason why he's getting ready to hype up his birthday situation. Hence the reason why, you know, he's going to do another closet cleaning fucking situation or whatever. Now all we're doing is regurgitating the same fucking clown makeup and circus acts, hoping that we're going to have the same results, and more than likely we're just going to have diminishing results. So now if he's going to keep doing this gameplay bullshit, he's got to ride this situation out. He has to do what he has to do to compete, and he can't. He's not smart enough. He's not strong enough of character. He don't have the patience. Even with the money coming in, he's still gonna fake it, because he's gonna still get frustrated when he does stupid shit. For example, in Resident Evil, he had the whole glass floor situation. He read the tutorial that told him, hey, the floor is glass. If you shoot through it, it'll send the zombies through. You're not exempt from that because of just basic physics, obviously. And then the idiot tosses a grenade and they all die and shit. That shit was all over Twitter or X, whatever. Amongst other stupid things, he had that fucking crazy ass rant about the elevator nonsense, where he sat there and he bitched and complained about how he was an observant gamer, and if something is in the fucking on top of the elevator trying to go down there and snatch you up, your natural idea is to try to shoot it multiple times and to get out, which is highly regarded, because if you were observant, you would have turned around and looked at the door and used the prop to get out. What made him think that he would be able to kill that monster right then and there? Shows you how stupid he is. And that's another thing too. He's his mental faculties are just gone. You know, people have been joking about it for a number of years, but that shit is gone. He is not only gen-brained or pickle-brained at this point, but all critical thinking skills are just out the window. Absolutely. He's spending 90% of his time either lying or trying to protect his ego. He can't think an actual rational thought anymore. He sounds fucking insane. To be honest, the shit was I'm gonna do a video on that because that whole rant, that that whole rant itself is just absolute fucking insanity. But I want to also tell you that all of this happened because of the time crunch, because he's under the gun when it comes to trying to compete and put stuff out in a timely manner. And when he's forced to do something that is outside of his comfort zone, he fails. And that's what you saw. You know what I'm saying? For the first time in a long time, he really wants to compete, and he basically shit the bed, which is even more ironic. And it also brings me up to my next point. You know how DSP is quick to say that, hey, if games were released to everybody at the exact same time and there was no advanced copies or review copies or so on and so forth, it would be better for everybody overall. But it wouldn't, because he depends on people getting advanced copies so he can copy off their homework. On top of that, if it did come out at the exact same time, he would be completely washed, in the search engine. The other people that are playing will beat him easy. When DSP was actually playing during his run, he was competing against people who were finishing up the first and starting on second runs. So he was already behind the fucking 8 ball, if you think about it. So if everybody is getting the game at the exact same time and playing it and competing, he's done, because he's not drawing anybody new in. And because of how the economy is, at least or how it affects certain people, I should say, his dents don't have the money to shill out. They just don't have the luxury of doing that shit anymore. Even Only Iced Coffee in or under many of his sock accounts or whatever. DSP is, oh my god, he's not done, obviously, but he's screwed. He is screwed. And as it pertains to this gameplay shit. So I don't know if he's just gonna be a talking head. I don't know if he's gonna bite the bullet and reach out to Rich, or talk to Wings, or whatever the case may be. He's gotta do something, because the gameplay stuff is done. He's cooked. He's absolutely cooked. And then, like I said, I haven't watched the retro marathon yet, but I heard about the amount of difficulty that he had. So X'd down on that. So what's he gonna do from here on out? And like I said, he can keep raffling off the same bullshit story about, you know, I'm playing 3 or 4 different games and I'm trying to spread it out, and I'm trying to make sure it's not, you know, boring, and I'm not trying to overplay stuff to keep people's attention. But that's clearly not what's happening. That's clearly not what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when it's just like with Street Fighter 6, and how he keeps what's the meme that Tevin has, praise be, about how he's rusty because he doesn't want to devote himself to one character because he shits on people who are one character specialists. But also it gives him a reason to perform poorly, and he can use that as an excuse, right? Something along those lines. Big ups. Same concept with the multiple game nonsense. By playing multiple games, he's giving himself preloaded or pre-installed excuses, DLCs if you will, on why the gameplays are slow, why he's failing at it, why he needs their help getting through these playthroughs, and so on and so forth. It's all baked in. And he doesn't even have the engagement really to even do that anymore. A lot of people don't have the patience to sit there and try to hoof hold him through gameplay anymore. It's not entertaining. It's not meaningful. It's not quality like he makes it sound like. It's just another chore for a group of people who either just want to talk with their peers, or actually see someone play a video game and gather or garner some type of entertainment out of it. And he fails on all fronts. And the Resident Evil rant, I think, only speaks to that. So he can't compete in the games because he lacked complete and utter common sense. He can't compete with other content creators that are actually making fun content. He wants to bitch and complain about how people just rush through games, despite the fact he actually started his quote-unquote YouTube career doing just that, and then got edged out because not only people were better at games than him, or slowly displayed that they were better at games than him, but they had better editing to cut the bullshit out. He's legitimately failed on all fronts, and now he's got nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? Like I said, and then he's crying about Kick, or the Kick side is not talking to him, and they're not giving him any money. But because of his partner deal, just the people who are showing up, he gets paid for, unless there's something going on that end that he's not telling us. And then on YouTube side, most of those cats are tapped, except for that one new guy that people keep telling me about, who has come into the picture, and he's thrown a bunch of money to own the trolls, but he's admitted that the trolls really aren't that bad. To be honest, like at least the few that he's interacted with seem kind of chill. And then he brought up this thing about his daughter self-deleting, which I don't know why you would bring that up, but whatever. Anyway, so you got that nonsense. So there's a lot to unpeel and unpackage on DSP's nonsense as of late. So I'm gonna get right to it. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the Resident Evil 9 situation and his bitching and complaining about other content creators not taking the game seriously, not playing the game right, if you will, or at a pace that he feels is fucking adequate, if you will. Because he said some crazy shit too about it's normal people shouldn't be streaming for 10 hours. They shouldn't even be working 10-hour days, when most people work 10, 12, 14-hour days, depending on what you're doing. That's something that most people who are responsible and depending on what you're doing, that's just how you put food on the fucking table. Not everybody has the luxury of begging, Phil. But it's neither here nor there. We'll tackle that later. But anyway, tell me what you guys think, how you guys feel. This has been, I'll name this segment later, GTG Spits That Grease. When the smell of bacon's in the nose, evil lurks. And I'll catch you guys for the next one. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Later, people.